Hey guys, DVSGames here. Welcome to another video. So today we're taking on Happy3Friends. This is Valkyrie's defenses, and we're going to be doing the Interserver guild battles. I'm going to go through my teams really slowly here so you can take a look at them. It is Smeiser's debut, and I figured against the Mono Element team that would probably be our best bet since I don't know how to use her quite yet. But yeah, here we go. Let's go ahead and get into our battles. Tip real quick. Don't make mono element defenses. They're real easy to counter. So here's our first team that we're going up against, and the goal is to go ahead and use Garo to draw all the attacks in from the water elements. There's only a multi-hit in Bastet skill 2, so I think that we're able to be alright here. We're going to use Skogul's Rock to deal as much damage as we can all at once. And then we have Triana here, or I'm sorry, Delphoy here, not Triana, to go ahead and heal up and get us some immunity. Unfortunately, although single hits can't kill Garo, violent procs can. But again, no big deal. We just got to go through it. The rocks are doing all the damage. We don't necessarily need anything from Delphoy other than the rocks. Or I'm sorry, other than the immunity. Little by little, we're going to chip them down. We can go ahead and... I was hoping to get the skill cooldown on Chow. Not that it really matters. He's got such a short cooldown on his skill too. It's not a big deal. But yeah, Rod goes up, Rod goes down, damage is done. Rod goes up, Rod goes down, damage is done. That's how the team works. No problem. Let's get on to round 2. So here we go. We got Chow to tank all the damage coming in from the wind monsters. We have Rakan that can possibly do some provokes and some damage mainly, and we got Platy so that she can heal, decrease, revive Chow when he dies, because he's gonna die, and we can also bring back, we can increase their cooldowns. So I was trying to keep this Eladriel on cooldown. Only after I picked the team did I realize that you cannot reset Jameer's cooldown, so I mean, I should have probably targeted Jameer first, but considering he's going to be one of the tankier ones and Eladriel's the one that's going to keep bringing people back to life, I think I could have made a better choice here, but I mean, it still worked. It did well. It just took a little while. Like I said, you're going to have them target Chow, Chow's going to die, and then you just got to bring him back as you get the opportunity. And try to control Eladriel's revive. Wasn't necessarily a hard thing. Like I said, just took a while. Once I got Rakan's health down a little bit and they started attacking him, that was even better, because then it gives him the opportunity to use his collapse procs. But this did definitely take a little while. Probably could have done better with like a, I don't know, maybe a Hrazvelg, Mephisto, and Lucian maybe. I think that might have been something I could have used. Maybe in a future video. Not sure. But yeah, let's go and just finish this one out. And after we get the Eladriel down, who should be the main target, because his violent procs are going to bring his revive up, not a problem. So here is Smeiser's debut. Everybody attacks the arena, not worried. And then Zyros does a lot of damage, does some skill cooldowns. Not really worried about it. Smeiser's one bomb, and there's her silence effect. And alright, cool. She debuts, she wins. Nice, we'll take it. I've gone into this before. I love Leo defenses. It allows me to Lucian with Belager and Lucian. And Megan, no big deal. Now here, this one did take me a little bit of time, not super long, but basically again we're using Leo to tank the fire damage, and we have a revive in Nana, and we've got heals through Abelio. So all we want to do is get rid of that Maximilian, and then from there we can control where the damage is going. Again, no big deal. It just makes it kind of simple to get there. So after the Maximilian, we start working on the Cardinal, and yeah, once that happens, not a big deal. As you can see, Leo gets really low in health. I kind of wanted to let him torrent, but I didn't want him to die, so, whatever. So there's round 1, 5 rounds in the book. Sweet. Here we are in round 2. As you can see, again, here's my defenses going in. I'll explain them all in depth once we're in. But this teams were a little bit more diversified, a little bit harder to counter with simple single tanks and sustaining damage. So this was a little bit more challenging, but still a fun fight. And I did decide to bring out my Sylvia here. That was a really, really long fight. I'll explain to you when we get to it. It takes quite a bit. But here we are. We're going into our second set of battles versus Etherios, I think his name is. But basically, I brought in the Chilling so that I could steal the Lyca's buffs and deal with Lyca. I brought in the Roid so that he can tank the Lyca. And pretty much that's all I needed. He has a Roid's Provoke actually lands pretty consistently on Lyca, and that's not a bad thing, but it is kind of hard because, obviously Lyca's going to hurt him a lot, but it doesn't really matter. The multi-hits from Chilling allows us to get him down low enough that we can kill him, and then after that we deal with the Praha because she's the main healer, and again with Chilling's passive we're able to steal all the buffs, and it becomes not a hard thing. Now granted, my Roid could have been anything else. It could have been Skogul, it could have been a Fenyang, it could have been any wind tank that you know is not going to die. Basically Harmonia will just keep him alive. Here we're using my Fenyang Tractor X. Main damage is going to be coming in the form of water, so I figured I can bring Perna in. She's got 2 lives, passive healing, and the heal that we're going to get from our Fenyang. Our Fenyang is going to be able to put up he's going to be able to deal the damage that we need onto the Jean first of all to kill it. Our Tractor is going to be able to tank the Fenyang all day long. He's on Vampire Rune, so anytime that he's on Vampire Revenge, by the way, so he can actually, deal a little bit of damage, gain some health back. Anytime he gets crit on, his attack bar increases. So yeah, that's a team. That's how it works. We use Fenyang and the other person to deal damage. This team I tried out for the first time. I feel it didn't work out the way I wanted her to. Basically, I wanted to use Bulwark to bring everybody down in health, and then we could either use Ophelia for damage, or Bulwark's damage, or Wusa's skill too. So basically, it was going to be a long, drawn-out fight. But they had the Amelia, which made it really easy for my Bulwark to get stacks. And then we had the Ophelia, who's going to have immunity on her all the time, so she'll never get stunned by the Rika or Dots. Overall, it was just a super, super safe team, and I probably could have used something else, but I wanted to try it. It worked, just not as effective as I wanted it to be. Alright, and here we go into round 4. Now here, I thought I was speed tuned, but I wasn't. Nana was a little bit too slow, so it threw my plan out the window, but not a big deal. We can still use Nana as intended. We can use Julie to strip, use Nana to revive. We're able to freeze the Fran here and get a little bit of control, get an attack break on the Kaki, which doesn't matter, he still hits like a truck. And then after this, we really just got to take care of the Fran, get him out of the way, and then from there we can probably control the Kaki. It is scary because Kaki can definitely deal a lot of damage by himself, but once he's by himself, you got a huge percentage of chance of Orion landing a stun, unless of course he just completely misses, which is a possibility, but not a problem. Okay, now this team took forever. So basically the concept behind it was I wanted lots of heals so that I can take care, or so that I can not have to worry about Skogul's Rock. I'm really bad against this defense, so when you give it to me in World Guild Battle or Interserver Guild Battle, I'm 100% on board with using 5 stars. Basically, the idea behind it is kill the Vigor, kill the Kamoon, kill the Skogul. Have enough heals that I can keep taking that rock every time it falls. I think this match took me almost 9.5 minutes. So here you're seeing it on 2 times speed. And I'm actually going to cut out a bit where I have to just deal with this for a while. I kill the Skogul, and then once I kill the Skogul, the rest of the match is about a minute. So that, that's more along the lines of what it should be. But definitely this is something I have a problem with, so I'm trying to figure out counters to it. And like I said, in Interserver Guild Battle, I will definitely be using my 5 stars to take care of it. I guess I'll go ahead and let you guys watch the rest of this. And like I said, I'm going to cut out a piece of this so that you guys don't have to sit through the whole thing. But yeah, enjoy.